Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Call with Anh Tay Nha. I actually wasn't going to make a video today. I have some other things that I wanted to work on, but I feel really compelled to come today and talk about not taking things personally. I don't know about your community, but in mine, I live in Vietnam and I'm part of the Vietnamese community as well as the expat community. Of all the places I've ever lived in the world, the expat community here is the most aggressive, abusive, mean group of people. And it's really shocking. It's so shocking to get online and see people reaching out for help or a kind word and to be attacked by trolls and people that are so full of anger and hate. But that's not the point of this video. The point of me making this today is to talk to you about not taking those things inside of you. Don't allow someone else's words to diminish you and bring you down. First things first, this is one of the four agreements from the book The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I encourage everyone to read this book because there are just four very simple principles that will allow you to really see life in a very different way. One of these principles is not taking things personally. If somebody says something good or bad, it isn't about you. If they say you're beautiful, that's not about you being beautiful. It doesn't make you beautiful because of an external opinion of what beauty is. It's based on what they've been through in their life, what they value, what they have experienced. So you can look at the same things when it comes to the bad stuff. Maybe it's your family that's critical of you, and that opinion of your mother or father can weigh very heavily on us. But that is about what they want, what they have been through, and what they expect. It has nothing to do with you. I came today and I'm stopping what I'm doing because I hope I can reach some people in every community with this message. Don't let others bring you down. It is not about you. They are angry at themselves. They are angry at what they have been through in life. And rather than being a spiritual person, rather than reflecting and sorting out their own emotions, they just bury it and bury it and bury it down. And they are looking for an opportunity to diminish and destroy others in the way that they were diminished and destroyed. It's your fault if somebody triggers you. Christians will say the devil only comes after you when you're working for the Lord. And you can apply this really in any religion or any sort of mindset because it's so true. If you are silent and you allow hatred and negativity to exist around you, it's not going to come after you. But when you work for the light, when you use your energy to be a positive example, to be consistent for others, to show love to the world, to show support for the world, that darkness is going to try to bring you down. Those people have such a low level vibration. They don't understand you being way up here and they don't like it. They are generally egomaniacs. They believe that they are more special or better than anyone else. And so they really are offended. Their soul is offended by you trying to show love, even if they're spewing hate in your face. It bothers them. They become angry. They become hostile. As I talked about in another video, one, they know they're losing power, but they're not introspective enough to feel that. They think that you are the problem. They think that whatever you say, what you want, is diminishing them. And it's slightly true. The more that we use our energy to show love and light and kindness and support to people around us, the more that those other people are losing power, the more angry that they're going to become. Unfortunately, in this community, versus others that I've been part of, I believe that it sort of attracts a very different sort of person. And then we are extorted by immigration. We are abused by prominent attorneys. There's a huge lack of integrity when it comes to the way things are here currently. But that will change with time. This is a developing nation. People have to learn. The government has to learn. Everyone has to learn. And if you are in that environment, you are choosing to be the light in the darkness. And I know in my expat community, we really, really need that. We need more of these light workers here because this sort of selfish mentality and attitude pervades the culture. People drive wrong way down a one-way street. They don't care the risk that it causes. They don't care how their actions affect others. And that is part of the culture. It's not everyone, but it is a very pervasive part of the culture. The same part of the culture that lies and lies and lies, and someone just accepts it. They're not taught to question things or push back against the authority. They're taught to shut up and follow what is said to them. And that does cause a lot of grief among the citizens and then among the expat community. When you're abused for years and years and years and taken advantage of, and now we're in this time of this pandemic, and immigration has really abused the expat community, attempting to extort all the money they can from them in order to pay for vaccines, and then vaccines are hoarded while at the same time the government says to the USA, hurry up and send more. This sort of hoarding mentality of I'm going to take everything I can, I'm going to get the most, that is part of many cultures as they go through their own development and changes. So rather than getting angry, the best thing you can do is not take it personally. Realize this isn't about me. If this person wants to be angry on Facebook, it's not about me. If society is going to allow the lead ninja to drive the wrong way down a one-way street, although it's dangerous, it puts all of us at risk, until, over 50% of people decide that that is not acceptable, it's going to continue. And you are going to keep being frustrated and angry by that. So I encourage everybody to really try today to focus on being positive. What can you do to show love and light to the world? When you see a situation that is negative, what did you do to help it? If you walked away, if you ignored it, if you allowed it to exist, you are part of the problem, but you also don't need to become angry. Maybe you can speak to the victim and say, I'm here for you, and share with them the same words. This isn't about you. Don't let that person make you angry. Don't let this person's words diminish and destroy you. I love you. I'll help you. I'm here for you. I. What are you doing? What choices are you making to lift up your community? The whole of humanity is going through an enormous shift right now. We are changing on a cellular level. Our DNA is changing and shifting. Yesterday, August the 8th, was a hugely energetic day for humanity. And the amount of anger and hate, I've never seen it before. I really couldn't believe what I was witnessing and what I was seeing. When it was all negative, I also chose not to engage. Talking heads on Facebook, these are not people that are ready to listen and open up. The day before, there was a lot of drama I mentioned in another video where some absolute super darkness was being exposed. And in that situation, I did engage in that conversation and in the most positive way that I could. And this person I engaged with They kept coming back at me and restating their opinion, but never seeing anything in a new way, where my replies, my engagement was evolving and changing and replying to what they said. They just kept repeating themselves. So after about 3 times, I said, you know what? I'm not going to engage with you anymore because we are not having a healthy rhetoric. There is no conversation here. You are in this box, in this like tunnel vision, and you are refusing to see anything outside of your own narrow perspective, where I can see your point and concede your point. I see where you're coming from, and I can see why, especially in your limited perspective, that you feel this way. And I literally said, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm asking you to see things from the other side. I encourage everyone to open your perspective. Try to see from the other side. It doesn't mean you have to agree with the anger or the hate or the judgment or any of it. But when you open yourself up to try to understand, you become the bridge between the light and the dark. You become the one that may bring some more light into the darkness. You may be the one that brings the gift to the person that needs it the most. These people are going to become more angry. We are separating into two spiritual armies. This is difficult, but it's actually a gift from the universe so that you can easily define who belongs in your orbit and who doesn't, so that you can easily see. There's no more curtain to hide behind. The smoke, the mirrors are gone. Now it is time to move forward and easily identify who is in our tribe, who belongs to my army, and who belongs to the army that I don't want to say fighting against, because we're not fighting you. We just want you to evolve. We want you to open up. We want you to see the light. We want everybody to move forward together. That's not really going to happen. But what is happening is we are being given the gift of seeing the truth. And it may be the first time ever. So accept what you're seeing. Make your choices. Are you part of the darkness? Are you part of the allowing things to continue? Or are you using your knowledge, your light, your energy, and your divine power to attempt to bring light into the world? That doesn't mean arguing with these people. It means stating your case, standing up, sharing your opinion, and allowing that to be. Also, taking in what others are saying, evaluating your perspective, and ensuring and redeciding all the time. Yes, this is still right for me. Yes, this is still right for me. My opinion has not changed. My perspective has not changed. But if you are not open to that change, you are part of the problem. You don't have to change, but considering it, thinking about it, instead of reading one line of something, they're wrong, digest it a little bit. And if you want to get through to someone, the best way to do that, first, you should agree with them. Tell them, I can see where you're coming from. I can understand how you feel. Consider this, right? Rather than telling them this way's the way, because that's the way they operate. Do it with love and caring. Try to plant a seed in them the way that I am doing with all of you, that is going to allow them over time, even if it's not today, to think and grow and be better, so we can all have a better world, a better society, and a race of beings that have respect for each other, that don't hoard things, that don't take more than we need or deserve and then just hide it away because we're afraid of the future. We're afraid to not get it again. If you work in light and love, I guarantee you, you're always going to have enough. And when you run out, because you've been a good example, not only will the universe return to you what you need and help you, but those people like me that are on your team on your side. We will do our best to support and lift you up. I hope everyone has a good day. Please, please, please make an effort today to show kindness and love to the world. Please do something to lift others up. It's a very difficult time. These are the days, though, that we've been waiting for. And after the storm, there's always a bright, sunny sky. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.